Welcome to ProfitMaxx Potential, the video series designed to help you get the most out of your ProfitMaxx software. Today, we're going to explore just one more ProfitMaxx potential point to help you better manage your service department to its maximum profitability. Come on, let's get started. Today's ProfitMaxx potential point is going to focus on the third key performance indicator, percent of revenue goal from opportunity. As you start to set and track the metrics of your technicians, one thing is for sure. Your techs will never miss a goal you don't set for them. You will set a daily revenue goal for each technician in your company. This KPI is found on the Key Performance Indicator report in the Revenue section. Tom, why don't you define this KPI for us?
Our third key performance indicator is what we call the percent of revenue goal from opportunity. The tech's daily revenue goal is adjusted for transfer time, sick and personal time, early off, no work, formal training, and vacation. So it's the actual income from demand service compared to the adjusted goal. Once that adjusted goal is set, our goal here is to hit it 100% of the time. Just to clarify just a little bit, our average revenue per billable hour that we just talked about a moment ago was $130.29. If in fact our technician was right on target, billed exactly the way he should have, they'll hit 100%. But if they exceed their goal, they bring in more income than we expected, their goal may be 100, but it's going to show 110 or 115 on the report. Likewise, if he bills out less than $130 an hour, it's going to show something less than 100% on the screen.
Hey Tom, thanks for explaining that for us and giving us the details on how this goal is adjusted. That's a key point to remember. If the system is not fair to your technicians, they won't buy into it. Adjusting their goal for time spent working in other departments, being sent home early, sick or personal time off, vacation time, or other times when the techs are not in the field billing because they're taking advantage of the benefits that they've earned from being with your company and doing a good job is crucial. You don't want to penalize them for taking advantage of benefits you've provided them or for you sending them in areas where they can't be billing out. We know what this KPI is, but what does it cost us if we miss this target? Let's take a look at our sample company. Remember, we set a daily revenue goal for each technician. This goal can be different for each one, and in some cases it should be. Your greener techs won't have as high a revenue goal as your more experienced guys. These daily revenue goals are entered and set up under the Employees tab, then highlight the specific employee and click on Edit. For Bryant, his daily revenue goal is $752. The KPI report is showing us that he has brought in 78.03% of the revenue that he had the opportunity to bring in. That is, what he should have brought in for the time he spent in billing opportunities for this time period. If we take his daily revenue goal of $752 times that 78.03%, this tells us that he's only bringing in $586.78 per day. He's missing his daily goal by $165.22 per day. Now, assuming that Brian took 10 vacation days and 5 personal days throughout the year, this still leaves us with 245 billing days for the year. When you multiply the 245 billing days times the shortage of $165 per day, that equals $40,425 per year. We're fortunate that Bryant is the only one missing his revenue goal. Missing a goal by $40,000 deserves a little attention, wouldn't you say? How do we fix it? The first place I would look is KPI number 2, average revenue per billable hour. We can see that Bryant is falling short here as well. This could mean that he's underbilling the customer or possibly spending a lot of time doing tune-ups, where you're giving the customer a reduced price. To see this, take a look at KPI number 5, billing efficiency. The billing efficiency is comparing the revenue brought in to the average revenue per billable hour goal for the company, not the revenue goal specifically for Bryant. It strips out any time spent on tune-ups. Bryant is still only at 72% here. This tells me it's not a tune-up issue. Next, glance down at the first-time completion percentage. Bryant is at 83%. Remember, every time the tech has to go back out to a job a second time, that's another diagnostic fee he can't charge. I'd next move up on the report just a little bit and take a look at KPI number 21, percentage of total service calls, and KPI number 22, percent of total travel hours. If a technician is taking 22% of all service calls, he should also be using roughly 22% of all travel time. We can see here that Bryant has 22.38% of all service calls, but he's using 24.6% of all travel time. That 2% spread is costing us a tremendous amount of money. Probably the best thing here we can do for Bryant is buy him a GPS for his truck. He doesn't know how to get from one place to the next. There is some good news though. If you go back up and look at KPI number 12, performance indicator for overall hours. This could also be called a profitability indicator. This says for all the hours worked, labor should not exceed 25 cents out of every revenue dollar brought in. Bryant is at 22 cents. He may not be hitting his daily revenue goals yet, but his labor rate is not too high that we're losing money on him. We're still profitable. This presents a great opportunity to sit down with Bryant, let him know that he'll need to improve before we can move him up to the next compensation level. Well, that's today's ProfitMaxx Potential Point. If you have a suggestion for this series that you feel would help you get more out of the ProfitMaxx software, give us a call today at 800-432-7963. And hey, make a decision to make it a ProfitMaxx day.